Okay, hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a little update video on my stuff. It's F-20 Tire Shark. Now this is a Surmaster, you call it, or Cermark F-20 Tire Shark. This airplane is ARF stored, but if you want to compare it to my other planes, it's pretty big, and I mean, that's nose to nose, and you skull out all that back there, so it's a pretty big plane. Not kidding about that. That's a 72 megahertz Futaba transmitter with the little voltage meter on it. 6 channels, got the little knob like all Futabas have for the flaps. They get like infinite numbers of flap positions, which is pretty cool. That's good for like the Harrier jets, if they even make those. So, and I actually was wanting a little Harrier jet, but then once I saw this, I'm like, I can't give it up. Now this has a 91 Super Tiger glow engine in it. Let's see, the version. Well, you know, most planes you see at the field that have glow, they're usually 40 to 60 size. So like the gas engine. So this is a 91. So, I mean, this is really good. And if it's not an aerobatic plane, since it's just going to be fast, then, I mean, it's got to have the, it can't have too much throw, or it's going to be kind of overkill. Now, the Super Tiger 91, I haven't started that one yet. I'm not sure when it was last started, but, I'm going to... So, I went to the hobby shop, and I got some other stuff you need, like a Hanger 9 OS number 8 glow plug, a fuel cap, so the tubing can go down the fuel bottle. This fuel tubing came with the pump that I got, I'll show you later. And I just got some extra fuel tubing just in case I needed it. Let's see what else I got. Oh yeah, I got this, what do you call it, glow igniter, and a chicken stick, and I got a, oh yeah, fuel pump. But the other thing that was wrong with it is the retract on the nose wheel. It won't go in the slot all the way, and but I mean, I don't really care about it. It goes in most of the way, so I don't really have to care about that one. But it will not, how do I put it? It won't steer. Like when I put the wheel in the slot, when I retract it, then the rudder doesn't have any it only has throw to the left, not to the right. So I don't really care about the rudder much in flight. I mean, it has enough rudder to actually go good in flight. Because I mean, people who don't use the rudder, it just looks awful when they're turning, especially when they're doing those banks and everything. If you don't use the rudder, that's not really a good thing. And I wouldn't really trust 2.4 on a plane like this. I would only trust it on something small like a foamy or something. So, I mean, something like this should not be 72, or not, should not be 2.4. I mean, you could make it 2.4. I mean, they are pretty reliable if you use Futaba, but I wouldn't trust Spectrum in here. So that's just one thing. I have fear for Spectrum, and many people do because of brownouts and everything. I mean, Futaba. I mean, the Futaba is not perfect either, but it's a little bit more reliable. Futaba, the fast system. Futaba makes those like 18 channel or whatever transmitters that are like ridiculous. So, right now I'm charging it. Those 2 lights, one's for the receiver pack that's plugged into the plane right here, and one's for the transmitter that's charging right there. Actually is balsa too. It's a pretty big wing. I mean, it's huge. Does come with the retracts right here. Those are the retracts. And it is a U.S. fighter. It's an F-20. This is like an unappreciated plane. I mean, many people don't know about it, so I don't know. So this pipe right here plugs into that little pipe right there, and then it comes out this muffler in the back, so it's like all the way down the fuselage, just so you don't get any gas marks or anything on the fuselage. Now, if you're gonna go gas, you should buy, or you should get Monaco, or like balsa wood, because foam, if you use the muffler, the fuel is gonna get into the foam, and this, you don't want wet, soggy foam. I mean, that's just horrible. So, I mean, if you want to do foam, you gotta make your muffler go all the way back until it cannot hit the plane itself. But I mean, this, I mean, you gotta clean it. I'm probably gonna clean it to get all this dust off of it, because you know, these Monaco can accumulate dust over like two days, I think, and get dust on it. So yeah, so the parts you will need if you want to, if you got this ready to fly with the engine and everything, but nothing else, just the planes, the servos, engines, receiver pack, receiver, transmitter, um, push rod, everything like that, and retract units, then what you'll need is you'll need a starter, a 9-volt starter, or you can just go with like a $3 chicken stick. But the starters are a little more convenient. Just put it on the spinner and just start it. The chicken sticks, they might take a couple tries, but I mean, for $3 versus like $40 for a charger and like another 20 for a 9-volt battery, which is like $60 versus $3, I'd rather just work a little harder than spend that money. Just spend that on something else. But here are the aileron servos. They're actually hidden, so there's no push rods in this wing at all.